Welcome to Pro Webcast News, where we bring you daily industry updates. Today is Tuesday, January 26th, and you're watching the Afternoon Update with Paul Wilson. Today's news is sponsored by Tucker Advisory Group, teaching both clients and financial advisors powerful, safe money strategies. For more information, please visit tuckeradvisorygroup.com. Now for today's headlines. The Congressional Budget Office today projected a slightly better fiscal future for the U.S., while warning that debt could negatively affect economic recovery if President Obama and lawmakers fail to raise revenue and cut spending. The report from the group of nonpartisan congressional budget experts said that the budget will be $1.35 trillion for the fiscal year ending September 30th, a slight improvement from the $1.38 trillion figure estimated last August, and better than the record $1.4 trillion posted during the previous fiscal year. The CBO also estimated that deficits will fall below 3% of GDP by the middle of the decade, but warned that such projections assume that Congress will leave in place several tax cuts that are currently set to expire. In regulatory news, the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority, Inc., or FINRA, has been reviewing many of the issues surrounding the professional use of social media in the financial services sector for several months, and recently issued their guidelines on the subject. The brief, which can be viewed in its entirety on FINRA's website, attempts to answer common industry questions concerning blogs and social media. According to FINRA, quote, firms must adopt policies and procedures reasonably designed to ensure that their associated persons who participate in social media sites for business purposes are appropriately supervised, having the necessary training and background to engage in such activities, and do not present unique risks to investors, unquote. The regulator adds that firms should institute a policy that prohibits any person associated with the company from engaging in social media without supervision. In sales and marketing news, companies planning to appoint a new chief executive officer for strategic changes tend to see better long-term success when they promote someone from within the company, according to a new study by Rice University's Jones Graduate School of Business. The study, titled Once an Outsider, Always an Outsider, CEO Origin, Strategic Change, and Firm Performance, looks at the tenure and performance history of nearly 200 CEOs in the industrial sector between 1993 and 1998. Researchers found that within the first few years of tenure, little difference was seen between the performances of those promoted from within and those hired from the outside. However, in later years, those that were internally promoted outperformed those that were hired externally. According to Anthea Zhang, co-author of the study, quote, newly appointed CEOs, both outsider and insiders, tend to make changes, and it may take years to observe the performance impact of the changes, unquote. But after 3 years, it becomes clear that internal CEOs fare better due to their knowledge and roots in the firm, as well as an increased likelihood of implementing strategic changes that can improve long-term competitive advantage. Interestingly, the division was less noticeable in the insurance industry, where some firms are looking to change their reputation due to financial bailouts or controversies over salaries. In such cases, hiring from outside the company can bring a fresh approach and help the organization's standing, the study said. I'm Paul Wilson, and thanks for watching Pro Webcast News. For more in-depth news and features, visit producersweb.com.